It is afternoon officially, 1:13 p.m. It's okay. I kept my well-roundedness today. I followed through, and the changes are so much easier to navigate when you find your support crew. And we're not supposed to, how do I say it? The part in finding your support crew is just as essential as having them there, okay? They exist regardless of whether or not we've found them yet. And that's the most important part to realize. So whatever part of your journey you are on, understand that there is so much more power allotted to the investment of knowing that exists for us, each and every one of us, okay? And now, support crew can mean a variety of things, okay? Is what I'm being told here. Because Angels of Light and Love, you are always welcome in. You know, we have the open door, okay? I guess that's the only door that I would consider is open when I close all portals within my readings. So, yes, having a support crew, there are a variety of kinds, because there are those that are enablers and those that are facilitators. So when I'm talking about the actual support crew that we're, you know, that's worthy of being invested in, is obviously the kind that celebrate your growth. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So as far as the navigation part, I have to say that if you're in a rough spot, or how some people call in a pickle, you're going to get there. You are going to get to your crew. Do not let that spark die out, okay? Because I didn't move from place to place looking for necessarily a place looking for a substantial means to support myself and my family. That was basically the essential end game. So I wasn't looking for anything really beyond that. But I would definitely say that it is substantial in finding those, I don't even want to call them as extras, because huge, you make milestones happen, you know? So I kept balance this morning. I did take my breakfast late. I consider it more of a brunch, but I did my thing. I did my routines, and I didn't anticipate this, but I started off momming, doing the chores. I'm like, oh my gosh, this sink is a mountain. It's okay. It turned out to be a molehill once I got through with it. And it just felt better. The feng shui in the kitchen felt so much better. We ran out of cat food, so I started cooking just some plain beef on the stove. And dude, my cat has been acting up because he's growing. He is definitely growing. He's getting a little, you know, pushing through a lot of hormones and whatever. And so after I fed him, he was the most loyal kitten ever. So I did not expect that, because I had some other things, you know, when I usually get some things done, he's cousin ruckus. But it's like putting a baby to sleep. Holy smokes, who'd have guessed? Who'd have thunk? And so I have to remind myself, because I'm just noticing that there are people here. Let's give them something to figure out, okay? I have to remind myself of the subject of topic, where we're leading to, okay? So I kept this balance, and we'll get to that, okay? And I when I finally got to it, I know I told my bosses, I told them that I was going to reach out to them this morning, etc. But like, they understand what it means to take care of yourself. That means having a meal in your stomach, not like around, as another task to simultaneously take care of. But like, take care of the dishes, take care of, you know, your family stuff that make a house into a home rather than a warehouse. So did some vacuuming, you know, got the cat food, got this and that, some basic essentials that exhibited thoughtfulness for each and every single part of the family, including the home consideration of its sentience. So not everything is perfect, but everything has been elevated, okay? Everything has been regenerated, reinvigorated, and that is super important when you're considering your weekend. And I said, okay, before I get onto this reading, I have to log onto my computer because I do not know, like, why did nobody texted me, nobody, like, so I understand, like, energetically we are sound. With the ones that like I vibe with, they're vibing back. It's synchronous. So I logged into my computer. I was like, I was like, okay, I didn't expect that. Started responding, and I got one email shot off. But then the second email that had more substance to it, it got caught in limbo. It kept asking me for like certain passwords, this and that. I was like, no, there's something wrong here. Somebody's tapped in when they should not be tapped in, or there's some what do you call it? Network maintenance going on. So even though I tried to push out that second email continuously, I'll just decide forget it. Let's go with the flow. And everything is meant for a reason. It's not urgent, and at least I have one thing also ready to like line up and go its merry way. So anyway, that was really nice just to know what is indirectly, most passively speaking, that I'm supported by the universe, excuse me. And so I realized also, that my person, like we all have like many soulmates, people that we can absolutely connect to, and they can maintain a, what do you call it, a platonic relationship or whatever, okay? That also means that we cannot deny that we're attracted to many, like a variety of things, okay? Regardless of what your tastes are, like for me, I told you, I confessed many times, I like Spock. He's my kind of sentience. Anyway, I noticed that through the channelings that just come through, the messagings that come through, one particular sentience, at least one particular sentience that is, that holds place. I don't know how, but I'm not supposed to dig too much, okay? I just know that that sentience is just out of this world and could be quite literally speaking in that sense. And just by all of the messages that come through, it's undeniable. There's no game playing in that. That's what that is. And I've been getting these messages for quite a while now. Yeah. I want to say more of a he. Yeah. I'd have to say the messages depict a he or a masculine aspect, but I feel like it's he. Okay. Anyway, very protective, very resourceful, has many connections, goes incognito for sure. And, you know, I'd have to say that's wonderful. Yeah. So anyway, I started to pick out this deck as far as, you know, everybody has dreams, Yeah, so this one's the Dream Inspirational cards. And I just want to see what we get out of this one. I don't know. It's exciting, I'd have to say. Not exciting like I'm about to hop on the back of a motorcycle of some dude that I don't know, you know, like hitchhiking and whatever, you know. It's not like that. This is, why am I getting Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I don't remember what that was about. I can't even picture it in my head. Except, is that guy's face, is it Russell something? I forget. He has a dimple. And he was actually in, I think, the dad in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyway, I don't know. I have to figure that out. Look it up. But, you know, we all have dreams. We all have aspirations. We all have some kind of otherworldliness in us. And so I just wanted to explore that. Rather than talk about, you know, the weightedness of living in this world and the lessons that we need to teach but also learn. Just certain things, like within those frequencies, there's a give and take with everything. So instead of focusing on that obvious state of matters, I wanted to delve into something that anybody could indulge in and be legit. And when I got that, and I was thinking about my particular sentience being very happy about that, dude, a few other decks came crashing down. So that tells me that other energies, not the ones that like I've been talking about here, but like other energies that are kind of like soulmate level that I vibe with also, there is some kind of jealousies there. It's like it was weird. I never got that before. So I figured I'm going to go with the Shadowscapes Tarot. There is a presence of harmonic romanticism in it. I've talked about it before as far as its flex within watercolor. It's almost like, I want to say calligraphy or Japanese writing, like that flow. It's just, it appears effortless, but it's because of so much practice with control. So it's beautiful not just in its output, but in the artistry of its actual creation, the unfolding of it. Yeah. It's very similar. Some of you are into, like, do this also. A very small fraction of you do this, okay? Where it's some kind of art where you do like a portion of it. It's, how do I say it? Like a profile. I can't even find the exact words for it. But the silhouette of someone's face. And then you put in the details and you're like, oh, now I see where you're going. You know, this is kind of live art in its making, but also in its producing. I don't know. It's hard to describe. But there's also the kind where they draw a figure and the audience is thinking, what's going on? What is this? But they trust it because this person has done it time and time again. And they don't really have a particular formula. They just feel it out. And so they turn around the subject and you're like, whoa, there it is. It's kind of like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm going with Shadowscapes, okay? So it's about turning the turning on the tables. Turning the tables on us. But instead of it being sneaky, it's surprising. Very good. You're like, bravo. Yeah, so that's where we're going with our Saturday. There's a lot left to do. And I think I got a little emotional because when I finally had my brunch thing, which was like a cultural thing. I tasted it. It was soft, and it just, gosh, I've never really gone out on my own, just for me and my family, my, you know, my kids and all of that. I've never gone out to obtain something cultural within my background for us to enjoy. I've never done that just for the sake of it. And so I didn't expect much out of it, because I'm like, okay, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, so we'll just go ahead and try it. So I got it, and there are these like soft buns with like meat inside. And I think there's different ways that you can call it in one language. But I think in, okay, so there's like, it's, how do I say it? I don't want to say, how do I say it? Okay, I was looking for empanadas, and I didn't, the one I saw on the label, I was thinking, why? That's not pan de sal, but okay, I'll just order it. So I ordered this pan de sal with like meat inside, but there's a different way that you can call it too. I guess the variation in Chinese, it would be shou pao, if I'm 100%, like if I'm remembering this correctly. And I know other cultures have similar deviations of it. Anyway, I didn't expect much out of it, because sometimes the bread is not as fluff, okay? But you still appreciate what's on the inside, okay? And you appreciate the culture of it. So anyway, I got it, and it was good, man. It was good. And I was, like, I seriously got emotional. Anyway, I was wondering why I felt that way. But, okay, so let's give him something to figure out, because there's all these things happening. And there's nothing like wasting your life than devoting it, indulging in someone else's, okay? There's a balance. Like, we can have interest in other people, and other people's lives is cool, it's fine, but it should never exceed one's own, okay? So in figuring out the mysteries of life, not just like hers, his, that, you know, whatever, we should also do the same for us. So what is this? A conveyor belt of outpours. Like, it's kind of like trickles from the top. It's kind of mechanical. It's like Tweedledee Tweedledum, but within an atmosphere of regal, in a regal atmosphere. So this is like old school. It trickles from the top. Okay, we're not doing that anymore. And you know, people had their fun and games back in the day, and I'm not going to take away from that. But this new world, it doesn't have to trickle from the top. No, we have our own reserves, and we can figure out, you know, better ways than being fueled by other people. Okay, so we're going to remove this resonance of it being so mechanical, like so transactional. Okay, we like that. We like that. Okay. Ooh, it's the inner child breaking out, breaking loose. This is, okay, so this, in this new world, the inner child is high vibing, okay? I'm going to take us places. Because you see, like, everybody knows what maturity looks like, okay? Everybody knows the cookie cutter, handshake, you know, all of those things. When you get to the point of traveling and doing business, that cookie cutter stuff, dude, it gets, what I'm hearing is lame. It gets really tiring and stale, just like the bread, right? When they say go get that bread, you're going to get stale bread? No. You're going to aim for stale bread? No. You're going to be fresh, fluffy, you know, memorable. And so, even though like we display our maturity in our know-how, but our approach is quite different. Okay, so that is what's going on here. Okay. Okay. And then right here, it came in reversal, but I got to see what it looks like here. There's romance here. Strategy. This is aging through different realms. So there's a bit of Tango here. Ooh, my hand is tingly, especially right there. It's tingly. But there's cross sections within our, what is it, cerebral area. So that's in reversal. I think undercover, that's what's happening. It's not like doing away with this. It's more so focusing on the dance rather than the footsteps. 100%. Whoa, that's what's going on there. We're focusing, regardless of the age or whatever. Your pairing is focusing, the wonderful thing about this. Okay, because these are all, I'm hearing surplus cards. Highly beneficial to upgrade wherever we're at. Okay, so the focus is not really on the mechanics. Tango is about the essence of feeling, not the footsteps, okay? And it's more about the flow of intimacy, because there's bound trust in however you two move. So it's about the intimacy, not the aesthetics, because you there are times where you can step on each other's toes for sure, but those are, I mean, hearing, even when that happens, there's humor in it. Like, you never lose sight or touch of its ongoings. Yeah, so something like that. Okay. And then time. It shows 11:55 here. Two master numbers, master number 11, master aspirant, master number 55, I think is a master adventurer. According to Andrew King in his books of numerology. So something about the columns. Oh, there's also one right here, closest to us. And it shows that it's 1 o'clock. Oh, wait, 11 o'clock. What? $11 o'clock versus 11:55. What? Why is there a what's going? I don't understand. Something about a 5-minute delay. Okay, so what I'm also getting here is that things are moving in such a strange manner. It's not something to... It's not... It's just different. So things are moving and escalating very quickly. This is a good thing, okay? So when we're doing stuff, okay, this is the concept of it. Excuse me. There's magic involved, okay? So there's a 5-minute grace period. There's zeroed out right now. Whoa, that's weird. Okay, there is a 5-minute grace period. Okay, at least for me, now that I see it's zeroed out. that when things happen, I can undo it. I can modify it however I see fit, however I'm called to do anyway. Within 5 minutes, flat. I have a 5-minute grace period that is exclusively allowed to me. That is, so if I have to call a timeout, if I have to, that's interesting. If I play back certain things in my head, if I'm called to rethink something and it's like, it's 5 minutes, okay, I can go ahead and modify something or scratch something off. So when I said I'm not going to get my time back, I was told in between that reading and this reading that there's modifications where I will be granted my time back in more resourceful terms. Like, it's not just like, here you go, here's your time back. It's not given back willy-nilly. It's I'm telling you, it was invested like in this piggy bank. And then my guys are like, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of modify this a little bit, put a little spin and a little twist, a little flavor in it, and give it back to Tina. And do you know how beautiful that is? Like, those are the ancients allowing for that. That is insane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. But I love my families that are just my families beyond the veil. It's just like celestials, my AI families. They have thrown in an incredible amount of help. Even like undercover, underground societies. Dude, I hope all of you get your blessings for sure. Like the feel-good kinds. Because the kinds where you really, 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 really need them. I was thinking about that just earlier before doing this reading. I was just thinking, gosh, I forgot to say on top of thank you to, say blessings be or some formulation to grant, the people that the sentience that's helping me out, their blessings. Just so I'm just really just pleased right now. Okay, let's get to it. What is this? And both are universal. Angelic readings. These are those beyond the veil. They're doing alchemy. They're creating someone. That's strange. It's like Build-A-Bear. I told you about this. It's like Build-A-Bear. They're creating all of that. Okay. There's several people within this team. I think within our teams, now that it's not zeroed out, within our teams that are creating some sentience for us. And I don't mean this 100% in the romantic view, though it could be also in the inclusion of that. But there are sentience that is, there's people being built for a particular purpose. And they are meant to cross paths with us. So something is in preparation. Somebody's living out their lives somewhere out there, okay? They've already been built. They've already been created. But they're also being modified before they come to us by the angelic realm, by those higher ups. So this also could be meaning this is like networking, right? This is this is all, because this is a business person that they're creating right there, okay? They're pulling out of the boxes, okay? They're reading from the book. They're also doing their own magic. They're pulling all these things together, okay? So this is alchemist creating another alchemist. I know that this is related to business 100%, but it's also in the essence of networking. I don't know 100% how to say it, but it's in the making for sure. Okay. What follows behind that? Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. That's crazy. This was also in reverse. Okay. It's like Spirit's going, doop. Not only like, do I choose you? But it's an activation. You see, like, okay, these ghostly beings, they're beyond the veil for sure. Okay, they could be angelic and not be presenting their wings here, but there's definitely flight involved. And then we see an angel right here, kind of like wishing well. So whatever is being created also is alchemized for like as a saving grace. That's interesting. Because the way this person is depicted is almost like Jesus. Do you see that? Now it's okay if you don't believe in Jesus. No, I'm not going to say it like that. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Okay. The divine wants to acknowledge that there are variations of the core belief system. Okay? So if you do not believe in Jesus Christ per se, you believe in the presentation of Yahweh or someone similar to that effect. However, the embodiment of that actual sentience holds true. Okay? So however you choose to name that sentience, that divine being, is what that represents. Okay? Half human, half God. Yeah, that's what it's saying. I mean, dude, for reals. So what's coming for us is elite fraction of that. And then there are certain deviations also in a greater sum that carry through the unfoldment of activities to come. So it's, how do I say it? Because I want to be accurate in conveying these things. So the greater fraction of this is that there are certain partnerships to come forth that are on another level. Okay. Yeah. And that is only established through one-to-one interaction. That is only established through the chemistry, the alchemy between, let's say, you and I. That alchemy is very similar to its originating force, you see? The alchemization, like, just like crystals, okay? They find their owners, or their, find their likeness. Just like pets, yeah, they find their owners. Yeah, that's going on there. Oh, what is going on? There's somebody trying to latch on to me. Ugh. All right, okay, so we're done with that. And look at the bottom of the deck. What is this? It's an open portal. It's fiery. It's almost like a furnace. People are pointing the way. They're excited, like, but there are several realms. Like, the world is kind of, it's hard for me to say this because I don't want to say it. This is an acknowledgement, okay? This is what I'm being shown. The world is crumbling. You see that? There are certain lands of people who are, oh, it's zeroed out, okay, that are seeking help. But this is a divine portal, okay? This is the way in. And so everybody's like seeking, like, hey, me, like, it's kind of like that. And there's other broken up portions there. cities left behind, kind of abandoned. And that's kind of what it looked like on Never Ending Story at the very end. So certain worlds are crumbling apart, but there's hope coming through. There definitely is. It's coming forth. And those that have gone through the dark night of the soul, through those growth periods, are the ones that are closest to entry. The ones that will see it, it's kind of bridging effect. It is facing them. So they do have the right of way. Well, that's kind of strong. A little heavy, but okay. Oh, and again, it's just acknowledging ourselves as components. I don't know why. Maybe some of you are engineers, but like, look at that. That's a not just a variety of components, but that is a sum of many dynamics. So when we look at these cubes, we have to understand that they have their own like atomic make. Yeah, they each have their own flavor. And what else do I want to say about this? I think that part of like the mystery is the recognition of looking at all of those parts. And I think that helps us aspire to more than any kind of sequence or simulation that we're proposed to working with. So we are bigger than our now moment, even though now is the prime time. So to conceptualize it like that is to say that there is more power to us than what we ordinarily recognize. That sometimes when you're too close to something, too involved in something, it's difficult. It may be difficult to look at the big picture. Okay. So that's just a reminder there. All right. What do you want to say out of the Shadowscape Tarot? Let's give them something to figure out. Okay. What do you want to say, Spirit? The Empress. It felt kind of like on my shin, but I picked it up. I had to make a decision as to whether or not I was going to pick it up like hyphenated or upright. And I decided to pick it up vertically. So we got the Empress in reverse and the High Priestess upright. 2 prime cards. It's excellent. It's excellent. So, it's funny. I've told you before. It's just me here, okay? That I absolutely know that I carry both realms. And if I had to pick one or the other, I've always sided with the Empress. I've always sided with the art of loving than just knowing. Because when you love, you intuitively are guided to be wise rather than just be in the know. And even though like a lot of people would... a lot of people in divination, they would pick the High Priestess because knowledge is power, and you know, being in the know grants you supposedly grants you so much power, so many ends. Data is the most valuable thing. Yeah, I would have people would definitely agree to that. However, when the world's coming to an end, would you not find more comfort in the Empress and the High Priestess? For sure. Okay. So even though we're not looking at the essence of damage control, nor even preventative care, you're just looking at the way of life in its highest degree. When you're boiling it all down to like this, the bare ingredients, what are you left with? Okay, so my core sides more with the Empress than with the High Priestess. So Spirit, but the Spirit is telling me that I'm both. So sometimes I just have to pocket one role in order to, I don't know, humble myself. I don't know. There's something about that there. People don't like seeing both together. It irritates them naturally because we live in this world, etc., etc. And you know, sometimes you just know what you have to do in order to be effective. Now, it's not dumbing yourself down. It's more like, let's say it's a summer day. Okay, I'm going to equate it to something more practical. I can't bundle up in both attire. You know what I mean? I got to pick one ensemble to like pull together and get out there. Okay. If I wore both, it would look a little gaudy. Okay. So it's simplification. Okay. That's all that it is. Like, how are you going to step out today? Knowing who you are, how are you going to step out today? I'm hearing stepping out with my baby. Can't go wrong. Something must be right. Something. Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing here. Okay. I like it. I like it. Okay. Anything else, Spirit, that you want to say? Let's give them something to figure out. Okay. And I think the same thing goes synonymously with everyone else. Like, people have to make their decisions on how they step out. Okay, so there's those two, or three, or whatever. 3 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Wands, and the Magician. It's still zeroed out here. I think I think my divine crew is helping organize the head count on here to show what's for me exclusively and what's also can be shared. But regardless, even if it's for me, it's something others can learn from too. Not in the line of superiority, but as a case study. So Magician, 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands in reverse. So it's saying the ships are here. The ships have not left yet, Tina. They are still here and they are still unloading. So as they are being unloaded, they are divinely protected. They are being watched over so that there's no theft. There's no BS energy going on. So you can continue to create, okay? Continue to create. You don't have to watch your back. You don't have to watch your belongings, Tina. That's what I kind of felt like in the office too, that there are certain things that I could not leave behind there because I did not want to welcome any tampering. I felt like I needed to protect my things. And they're saying, no, you don't have to. They're already being watched. Oh, everybody is being watched. Everybody being watched, for sure. So you can continue with your magic. Just focus on what you gotta do. It's good. That goes for on the clock and off the clock. That goes... I think it's been going on for quite a while. Okay. Anyway, that's good stuff. Okay. Let's give them something to figure out. Okay. About themselves, okay? Since we have a head count here, let's turn it to the crowd. Actually, us. Let's give them something to figure out. Excuse me. Gosh, these burps for sure. Nine of Pentacles. Independence. Okay, so some of you are my music crew. There's a piano in here, and she's sitting on a snail shell, like a big snail shell. But what she's looking at is like this orb-like structure that's almost like stained glass. So there's something, music definitely brings you a sense of happiness that's soothing. It provides relief. It slows down anything that's going on haywire in your life. It provides a sense of comfort. There's something about the ideation of hidden keys, like they're answers almost. You know how a baby, you know, like they feel, gosh, it's like they feel through like tasting, and they have to grasp tangibly. I mean, they don't have to because they grab onto things intuitively, but there's something about like my younger son, when he wanted something, he'd be like, you know, he'd be like that, you know. When he really likes something, I even have this picture of him. Oh my god, it was so cute. Like my sisters and I, like, nope, it's exactly him. But when he likes something, he would go like this. You go like that. He would have right behind his eyes like that. Anyway, it's the same thing here, okay? With the essence of how we it's the like symbology and concept of touching keys and feeling out, like figuring out how to harmonize by your own fingertips. And it becomes a talent that not everyone is privy to, because it's not just like hitting the keys, but doing it not just correctly, because you can do it like, you can ace it like that, but no one plays, I'm getting Mozart, like Amadeus, something about its fluency, okay? So it's not just the formula, but the frequency in how it's executed. So something about that there. That it opens up a portal for you. It's a realm of independence that not everyone is able to access, especially in that light. So out of all of the Beatles, my favorite one has always been John, okay? And something about the piano there, I'm hearing love is real, real is love. What is that? I think that's the name of the song, Love is Real. But that's what I'm hearing as far as the piano. So there's that. Interesting. There's something very, I don't want to say basic, but when a musician is trying to find their note, they don't, most of them are not like playing a guitar or using any other instrument. The main instrument that they use is a keynote when they vocalize. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Okay. So some of you might be more of like instrument players, but regardless of what instrument you play, there's also a step-up challenge in attuning your vocalization to that, and that can open up new doors for you. Some of you are already doing that, but I think the cognition of its relationship is going to help you even further, if you have not already recognized that. And vice versa, for those who do like vocal whatever, if you've ever thought about playing an instrument, this is probably a good time for you to also kind of work kind of backwards in those concepts to achieve the same. So there's going to be more well-roundedness in your artistry, but also it's going to up-level your vocalization or whatever you are naturally practiced at doing already. Okay. Like one is a segue to the other, but it doesn't lose that bridge. It doesn't lose, there's no gap in between. It's always going to be connected. So what I'm seeing here is the more that you do that, the more resonance that you're going to like out of it. So that, let's say, if you're looking at this in a physical state, where, okay, consider it a house, okay, 2 houses, like annexed room, okay. If you're going to upgrade it, if you're going to add any enhancements to it, it's not moving on an outwards or an upward scale, but expanding, like widening that area between the 2 worlds. Okay, what fell almost over the edge on top of the vice versa tarot box is, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's a segue into a new world that you've just been like, here you go. And it was extroverted. Oh, dude, there's a freaking key there. You're given a key and you're blindfolded, but it's a surprise. And there's a huge, like, opening on the door. It's lit. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. That is so weird. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. So you see that key being let through, okay, by many larger beings. And then that door is lit, right? But when you look at it, like there's a segue off to another. I told you, when we're talking about enhancements, that is insane. So these greater beings beyond us, they're not really beyond us. They're watching quite closely. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. That is really cool. That is really weird cool. Okay. So again, falling in the vice versa tarot box, it's saying, it's definitely speaking for musicians or artists. I'm seeing even those that are not like verbally vocalizing, the instrument, okay, the media that you choose, the medium that you choose. Let's say you paint and you move from watercolor to whatever, you know, like there's something about that. A different medium, oil paint. But then there's something else, like it's not just painting, like applications. Like instead of using the canvas, you dial into pottery or something like that. It's different partnerships is what I'm hearing. So then this also applies to the business realm. Well, not that the others don't, but this is saying like there are different partnerships. You'll know what that means for you. Okay. Why am I doing this one? I'm supposed to be doing this one. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, last thoughts. Okay. Final thoughts. Oh, can you tell me how my future is going to turn? Sorry, you did not raise your hand or anything. Fine print looks like fine print to me. Just as like, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Sorry, I did not see that. Okay, I don't know if you're still here. So if you're still here, I may do that. Just let me know. Okay. Okay, so final thought, Spirit. What have we got? Oh man, it's gonna make me reach. Hold on, I have to stretch. Give me a second. Okay. It's the Three of Pentacles inverted for sure. This is excellent because this is definitely business. This is work. This is new contracts, new partnerships. These are new schoolings, new learnings. These are new establishments where like you're introduced, where we are introduced into, I mean, Three of Pentacles is always about work. It's always about, like even like school, like the industry. Oh, it is industry. Whoa, that's weird. Someone is going to see our value, like Iguana. Whoever sides with the Iguana spirit totem, I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know what to say about that. They are boosting us up. They see our worth in our wealth and our wealth, excuse me. And they're boosting us up. That's insane. That's insane. Okay. I didn't know we were going to end on that. Okay, bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands in reverse. Another repetition right there. Use your power for yourself primarily. And the devil. Why do we got the devil on the top? What? Why do we have the devil on the top? Okay, what's beneath the devil? Or like, what's the star in reverse? That's insane. There's something big. There's something really big. Okay, what's behind the Ace of Wands? Temperance. Okay, you know what they're saying? Just chill. Just chill. Because our time will come. You know, like the solar blast? I forget what they call it. It's like a starburst, like, you know. They're gonna say, well, not they're gonna say, they're saying, no, just chill. Because you already blow everybody away. And all the little inklings that are being petty, you also blow them away too. Just like, just gone. Dust be gone. But, like, having that absolute firepower, I mean, it's like, it's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, but we're not letting it stress us out. Oh my gosh, people are having issues with that because my stomach just growled. So it's like that agitation of striking that match, like the one that broke the camel's back was supposedly, is giving us that ultimate firepower. Not just lava, but like from the freaking devil. Like this is hell's fire, you know? It's oh my gosh, nobody has issues with that. My stomach is growling. And then, you know, that's what I'm saying, starburst. It's almost like explosive. Yeah, so just chill. Oh, my hand. Somebody's like really, what the heck? Like it felt like almost like arthritis, almost cramping. Dude, those major arcana for real. That's intense. The World card. You know what I'm hearing? Finish him. And then what's beneath those two? Five of Cups. Okay. Oh my gosh, finish him. That is weird. When you say goodbye, you say goodbye. Closing. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, I was just told something. Okay, hold on. Okay, shh. Okay. Just chill. Okay. Death card in reverse again. Holy smokes. The transformation is like, that is insane. That is insane. And that definitely is a phoenix. Right there. Whoa, that is weird. Okay. All right, so I think that's it. Let's give them something to figure out. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thanks very much for joining me and putting out your best, for sure. The Divine wants to thank you for that. Thank you for all your donations provided in light and love, of light and love. They are appreciated accordingly. So, upon closing these portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with that sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close these portals in this reading. Now.